Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
This is Alex.
This is Boshka.
And this is episode 57.
57 indeed.
Why are you talking like that?
It seems fun.
Just practicing your voice acting, eh?
Yes.
Activate your deep voice.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So in this episode, we got a few topics to go over. So let's just go over...
What do you have in mind?
Let's go over the stuff that we just watched, which was the DC FanDome.
So is it fandom or fandome?
FanDome.
Fandome.
2021, right?
2021? But it's
Right.
almost over though.
I know, but that's what they do, man. That's what they do.
Okay.
Right. So let's just quickly go over some of the stuff that we watched. So let's talk about the video games that we saw. Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights. What you think?
Concern.
Why?
Because from the looks of it, that means we have several heroes, right? At least from what it was shown. I didn't see the multiplayer, the gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
So when it comes to 4 characters like that, the image that I get is like usually it's a single player game where you could switch between hero and each hero does something slightly different.
Yeah, that's the typical way to go about
Right?
it.
And then you play in this what do you call it? Like a set stage in a, like, let's just say a block of area. You gotta do a certain thing. After you do that certain thing, you move to the next area, you know, kind of that, like a very limited like a ground to play. And I don't know, it kind of go like because especially like lately when I was playing like superhero games, the last one I played was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
On the PS4 one. And that was, you're using one character and you have all the freedom in the world to do whatever you want.
I see. So you want like a more open space, open world.
Yeah,
concept.
because the thing is, like, when they start, you know, showing multiple heroes, it kind of, the concern I get is like, you know, that small limited area of playing, or that the hero gonna do barely anything different. You know what I mean? Like, they all play the same. It's just they have look different, you know? Like, it feels like a waste of character.
I guess in a way, but I believe Gotham Knights was gonna be more open concept, but it's gonna be multiplayer as well with the looting system. I don't know how the Suicide Squad was gonna be.
Hold up. So you said multiplayer with the like a, you know, like an open, like Spider-Man open thing. So let's say I want to go to one end of the world and you want to go to the other end of the world, and that'll work.
Yeah, I believe so. And you just hop in whenever you want to help people out. I believe.
Really?
I believe from what I can remember, but I'm not sure if it's
because I think that's too
or,
good to be true.
But I mean, the technology is there clearly.
I guess with PS5 and whatnot. I don't know the limit of those, right? So.
Right, okay. So based on what we know, then, or what you want, sorry, let's go with that.
Okay.
Based on what you want, you want a Spider-Man game, but with DC characters.
No, I didn't say that at all. What I want to say is that I want to, you know, like you can make it like multiplayer like that, but I want it to have a bigger, less limited area to play around.
But what's wrong with the limited play area?
It's just not. It's not the era anymore.
So you want like Diablo-esque?
I never played Diablo, so I can't make a comparison. I'm thinking I want to less like a Borderland, if you ever played that. In Borderland, you have a map system kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you go one map to the next map kind of thing. For me, it feels limited because it seems like the population and whatever happened in that one section seems to be too small. I guess open world is the word I'm looking for.
So you want like a GTA 6? Or sorry, GTA 5?
Yeah, GTA 5 like that. Except as a hero, you could, I don't know, probably either summon your own car or like jump from building to building or whatever it is, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could, GTA...
Imagine like maybe it's a better one. Imagine a multiplayer Saints Row.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Well, isn't that just GTA 5 online?
But you can't really jump from building to building.
I know, but like it's a similar concept, right? It's just the idea that you can roam around, do whatever you want on an online environment.
Yeah, but I want the supernatural thing. You know what I mean? And because like when you're just alone, for example, like a Spider-Man, I mean, you feel good or whatever, right? But now there's just other people that you just like smash into the building right next to yours and whatever. That's gonna feel awesome, right?
But that's the thing, like for the Gotham Knights, they don't have superpowers. They're just super acrobatic.
Or whatever it is, right? But you're not the only one climbing the wall. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying you want to play with other people.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, it looks good on paper, but you never know what's gonna happen when it gets released.
That's right.
We got burned by so many games that came out already, like Cyberpunk 2077.
Never played it.
Yeah, Borderlands 3, kind of.
Borderlands 2 wasn't that bad.
But it could. But people were just like saying it's not the sequel that it could have been.
Because it's not a sequel. It's just Borderlands 2 with a little bit of extra stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, like, if you just want to play that, some people like playing the same thing, right? Which is extra flash. But for me, yeah.
Yeah, and then like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me about that.
You know what I mean? Like, there's something wrong with the 3s, I tell you. 3 is
That's what I told you. Like, all good things end in 2.
Right? So, and then there's a Suicide Squad. I believe, see, that's the weird thing is I don't know why they have
two different
games with a similar concept, like four player co-op kind of thing, which is weird.
Well, that's the thing. Like depending on the approach of the thing, because like I think I kind of see the Gotham Knights. It's more open world, but like the Suicide Squad is less of that. It's more focused on, especially the theme, right?
Yeah.
That one's just dark humor, right? All over, or like all around.
Yeah.
Like the gore and whatever is just dark humor, which is great. It's my kind of humor.
Yeah.
But while the Gotham Knight is more mysterious, more dark, more depressing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're trying to. They're just trying to appeal to as much people as they can, even with the same or very similar, I guess.
I don't know, but I just think it's weird that they're doing
If they can, I mean,
sure,
right?
got the money. Why not? I suppose. But I wanted to see like a real proper Justice League kind of game. You know.
What do you mean by that? What game is a proper Justice League game?
There is none. That's the problem. I want to play as the Flash. I want to play as Green Lantern.
Well, what's the setting of the world, right? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Brainiac.
No,
Doomsday,
I'm not talking about the enemy. Like, what kind of gameplay do you want it to be? Like what I mentioned earlier.
No, I don't really care for open world, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Maybe like a God of War kind of type of thing, third person action.
But God of War is open world. I mean,
not really.
Yeah, I guess it's a limited open world kind of thing.
So is everything open world to you? Is
Not
Monster Hunter
really.
Rise open world to you?
No,
Is Legend of Zelda open world to you? I know
Zelda,
Breath of,
yes.
Breath of the Wild is, but not Legend of
not
Zelda.
all. No.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, no, because you have to go to the dungeon and whatever, right? Because for me, like in God of War, there's no load when you go to other area, right?
That's because of how good that game is.
That's what. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if you want to go to area certain, like you take the boat and go there, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, the boat kind of gets in the way of the whole action-y, but
it masks the loading.
yeah,
right?
mask the loading and mask the stage
transitions.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Because like when the loading is cutscenes, right? So you don't really notice it. But what I'm saying is like, you know, these games aren't really exactly open world, and I don't really mind. Maybe like a Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but with DC heroes. I don't know.
So you're fine with just like that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Because for me, what I wanted,
I just want a fun game.
well, because for me, I'd rather they do whatever they do with Gotham Knight and Suicide Squad first to see how they can do. Let's just hope it's just the open world and multiplayer that we're thinking about, right?
Yeah.
They do that and they test the water, right, and see how they could make it better and whatever.
Yeah.
And when they think they got the ultimate thing, and they do the Justice League stuff, and then now you could play as Flash, you could run on the wall, you could just go crazy. Superman, you could just fly, you can do Batman, grab your car and run Flash over or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now that would be fun. It's the next step, but we'll see, right?
Right. I actually wouldn't mind seeing another Injustice 3.
The game, the
Yeah.
fighting game.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing a third one.
Do you play fighting game?
Yeah.
Sorry, do you play game?
No. But yeah, I really like the concept of Injustice 2 because you had the Ninja Turtles in there, you had all these cool characters.
Because the things like for me, Injustice is I don't play fighting games too much. I play it as like a passing interest kind of thing.
Yeah.
And especially like superhero fighting is not really my cup of tea. But the thing about Injustice is that the story is really, really good.
Yes.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see a third one.
Yeah, the third one. If I'm going to order the third one, I don't really care much about the fighting, I guess. I just want to know what's going to happen next.
Right. Because I want to see the third one, but I want to see Power Rangers in the third one.
Why?
Because it fits in that world for some reason. I want Power Rangers in Injustice 3. I'm speaking it into existence. If they have Power Rangers in there, I'm getting it.
I mean, no. Like, I understand. If, let's just say they suddenly announce Power Ranger Injustice 2, I won't be surprised. It feels like it fits. But the thing is, like, why?
No, as DLC. I don't want them as the main.
Yeah. That's
main
what I mean.
roster.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Like
That's
Ninja
just-
Turtles was DLC.
Yeah.
Right? So I want Power Rangers as DLC.
Okay.
Because they also had a crossover with Injustice and He-Man characters. I wouldn't mind seeing He-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was in comic books, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I want to see Skeletor. I want to see He-Man. I want to see whatever other He-Man character. She-Ra, right? But, you know, these are just like crazy wants. And I believe NetherRealm Studios isn't working on another Injustice. They may or may not be working on another Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But we don't know for sure.
I mean, they were like every 4 years or something like that?
Yeah, they alternate between Injustice and Mortal Kombat for the last few years.
Yeah.
But I think this time they're going to be doing either a Mortal Kombat or another project.
Right, because the last time it was Mortal Kombat just came out, right?
Yeah.
The last game was Mortal Kombat, right?
Right, yeah.
So, but the next one is not an Injustice, but it's something else.
Something else. It could be Mortal Kombat.
It could be, but according to NetherRealm, you would think they throw us like a boomerang or something, but turns out like they always follow their thing, right? So it's probably a new game.
They drop teasers and stuff, so we don't know for sure. But
sometimes they don't, like Mortal Kombat 11, right? Was it 11 or 10? The one that they had no info at all until the Game Award.
Oh yeah. So
that was sick though.
Maybe they'll announce Mortal Kombat 12 at the Game Awards. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So in terms of these games, before I would have no problem pre-ordering stuff and like that, but nowadays I don't even think about it.
I never pre-order.
I only pre-order games if I really, really want it.
I haven't pre-ordered unless there's like a really if it's a game that I like really want, like it's a dev team that I really want to support, then I do. But normally, like even Battlefield 2042, it's like all my friends like, let's buy it. Like pre-order it? No. Yeah. We'll just wait till it come out and then buy it.
I don't even buy games at full price anymore too. I wait until like 3 years on a Christmas sale or something.
For me, for Battlefield, I'm gonna buy it full price just because.
But then why not just pre-order it? Then if you're gonna pay for full price.
Because I don't know, right?
Oh, you don't know for sure you're gonna buy it.
No, I don't know if there, because right now, at least the place where I wanted to buy it online, has a $20 off. I want to see if it stays that way or go down even lower.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So,
on to our next topic, which so The Flash and Aquaman 2. Now they are still in production.
Wait, this is the movie.
Yes. Okay. Now we're moving to the movies.
Okay.
So these are still in production, but they just shown us a little bit of a teaser for it.
Right.
So what did you think of those? Did you even watch the first Aquaman?
Yes, I watched the first Aquaman.
It was okay.
It was. I don't know. I really like Aquaman.
It's enjoyable.
I like the character.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
He's a cool, jolly, and just damn cool character. That's all there is to it.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, so watching Aquaman 2 behind the scenes kind of thing.
Black Manta was pretty cool too. I remember that.
Oh yeah, they changed his costume. He looks more menacing.
Yeah, I was watching with like a group of friends, and one of them was like laughing when Black Manta showed up. I'm like, bro, what happened? Dude, what was that? That was like funny. I'm like, that Black Manta, bro.
Yeah, he's kind of like ridiculous looking, but
I guess
they somehow fit it into the thing. Because actually, when we saw the behind the scenes stuff and Black Manta was sitting in the ship, I was like, was that a page from the comic book? It looked exactly like a comic book page, right? So I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But they managed to capture that essence of it, I suppose. And then with the Flash, we didn't really see much, if anything at all.
Yeah. So what it is that the Flash trying to go back to the past and
fix some stuff.
Touch a lady in the back.
That's his mom.
Oh.
So what happened was, in the storyline of Flash, his mom died and his dad got blamed for it.
Okay.
But it turns out it's his arch rival who went back in the past to change that past.
So the anti-Flash.
Yes. Actually, reverse Flash.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why they're arch rivals, right? And so Flash went back in time to try to clear his dad's name.
So what they're doing is just trying to fuck each other up by keep going back to the past, messing up.
The Flash doesn't. It's not the Flash that's doing this. It's the reverse Flash that's fucking trying to fuck the Flash.
Yeah. So what it is that now the Flash is trying to go back to the past, trying to fix it, only to fuck it worse. And then there's the reverse Flash going to do something even worse. No.
And then the Flash realizes that his mom has to die or something. So he lets her die.
So what? Hold up. Then why does Reverse Flash gets to do that while Flash doesn't?
Because that's the events that actually manipulates Flash into becoming the Flash. So it's kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy almost.
Oh, okay. So Reverse Flash gets the
last laugh.
Fuck Flash in the butt, and then just like, oh well, too bad. You gotta watch your mom dies in your eye now. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. But anyways,
okay.
And then people are excited for this movie because Michael Keaton is in this movie.
Right.
So the original OG Batman. And it was actually kind of interesting. I'm surprised.
Kind of interesting.
because they also have Ben Affleck in it as well.
Right.
So they're having all these flashes, all these Batmans, all these crazy
All the
things.
yep.
So and supposedly we're gonna see this reset the DC movie timeline too.
Oh, so this is where they push the reset button
Yes.
with the Flash.
Right.
I mean, I guess Flash is the only one who can do it.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but it's kind of interesting to see what will happen in the future of the films after this movie. But we'll see what happens.
So because I don't know, because for me so far, I don't really watch movies, right? Especially superhero movies too. And just recently with this podcast, we start watching Marvel stuff, right?
Yeah.
But if my memory is correct, so far DC movie hasn't really been coherent. I mean, at least in relation to one another.
So what happened was when they started, they wanted to
Make all standalone kind of thing.
no, they actually wanted to push for a team up almost immediately, which is kind of interesting because they wanted to compete with Marvel. But I think they should have done their own thing because I prefer DC stories, to be quite honest, because it's more darker and more.
Yeah, I was
mature.
about to say like DC story is dark.
Yeah, I like it though. I like the mature kind of storytelling.
I guess because Marvel's story is very light. It's you could almost say that it'll end with a happy ending. Like even the death is a heroic sacrifice kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, in this one, people could just die for it. you know?
Yeah. I like the tragic Joker, right? That was a tragic story. But he ended up going crazy at the end. No, I'm talking about the Joker movie with the Walking Phoenix.
Yeah.
Did
he go crazy?
Yeah. He the smile on his face, and he was in a mental asylum at the end. He was just laughing to himself because he accepted who he is, a crazy motherfucker. That's also the documentary of Bosh's life.
I'm doing the smile now.
And then like villains like Mr. Freeze. I love the idea of Mr. Freeze.
Sorry, the only idea of Mr. Freeze is Arnold Schwarzenegger for me.
I still meet you. Yeah, but I like Mr. Freeze's story, right?
Yeah.
And
so I don't know because for me, I think if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the DC's so-called bad guy isn't really bad. Like the Swamp Thing, was it?
I don't think he's a bad guy.
Was it?
He's
or
not.
like Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Harley
Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn, and for example, like Mr. Freeze, right?
Yeah.
I don't think like them are like maybe their method was messed up, but their motive is
right. Yeah, like I think Poison Ivy was like she's always been sexually assaulted or something like that, and then she became more like seductress because she wants to take back her power, like a control of her own body kind of thing, right? It's like this is my body and I can do whatever I want. It's not dictated by other people, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. And then Harley Quinn, her story is like she was in an abusive relationship with Joker. And she's always so toxic, so in that toxic environment, right? And she became her own thing, like her own person afterwards. And she
like the Injustice story, eh?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
She just like turned to the good side, and I was like, "You, nice."
Yeah, she's like, I don't need the Joker to be me.
Yeah,
right. So like all these characters have this, and Black Manta. The Black Manta's backstory in the comic book is that he was a slave child. And he was in a ship, and he sees Aquaman swimming by. He's like, Aquaman, save me, Aquaman.
So that's why.
But Aquaman couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
So he swam away, and he was like, "Wow, are you fucking serious?" So
you're a hero, but you won't save me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now he wants to revenge on him, right? So all these things are like tragic story. Like these things, I like. Right?
Yeah.
It's not just like generic bad guy from Elf World.
Let's snap his finger, everybody dies.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So DC has the potential, but for whatever reason.
I don't know, because that's the thing, right? It's a very dark and mature story, right?
Yeah.
Because I think one of the I mean, I don't know, right? If they're gonna reset it, I think that's a good thing. If they're gonna start, starting from like scratch, they're gonna, polish and do their own thing. There's nothing else I could hope for, because I think that's the best case scenario. If they could pull out something really great and whatnot, right? But the thing is, like, I think one of the appeal that makes Marvel very popular is how easy it is to watch.
Right. Yeah.
Kids can watch it. Everybody can watch it and be like, "Whoa, yeah," But DC stuff, even like, what was it? Was it Justice League when they watched and whatnot together? That was pretty dark too.
It is, but this is something that can be, because the thing is like Superman.
And the thing is, like, I'm not saying the dark thing is like bad. No. it appeals to different kind of people, and I think the people who loves it a lot. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm one of them. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm in for any dark story. Like every time, the more tragedy it is in the story, it's just,
It's more comedic for you.
I mean, I will neither agree nor disagree, but I agree.
I mean, comedy is just tragedy in less time. That's what it is. So, and you have lots of time.
And time is all I have.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've just gone way off topic.
Right.
But Flash, Aquaman 2, what did you think of what you saw?
Aquaman, I don't know, because the thing is, like, I really like him in the first movie, right?
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of cool stuff. He's all cocky and whatnot, and then he kind of like,
Now
still
he's like,
cocky at the end too. But
but now he's like more of a mature kind of king, so to speak.
And
Flash is
now I don't know, because that's the thing. Like his character development is over, so to speak, right? Kind of.
Now he has to rule his kingdom as a king. So there's some development.
Yeah, well, there's still some stuff to do and whatnot, but I mean, now it'll be less about him and more about him as a king, as in his whole country too,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's why it's called Aquaman 2 and the Lost Kingdom.
So we'll see how that's gonna go, right?
Yes.
And the Flash, I don't know, because the Flash, I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know.
I really don't know about Flash. Not just because like the trailer didn't show anything. It's more of a, because time travel and whatnot, it's always
Tricky, yeah.
It's very tricky because some people will find whatever it is, and I'm a nitpicker too. Like when something like, well, what the hell did this happen? Like, why didn't he just do that? Well, blah 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 blah. And because time travel, it's just
always gonna be
it's rough. Yeah,
it's always gonna be something.
So I don't know. I'm putting my hand down on this one. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna reset. That's the rumors, by the way. Is that they're gonna reset the thing?
Oh, only rumors. I thought it was set already.
Or because I don't think they're gonna replace any of the actors that they like, right? Like they're not gonna replace Flash. They're not gonna replace Aquaman.
Yeah, why not just reset with the same people?
They might. I think the only person they may replace is Superman and Batman.
Why?
For whatever reason, they don't want to keep Henry Cavill as Batman or Superman.
Hasn't he been like Superman for
Yeah, he's been Superman
ever? Isn't he like the face of Superman?
He started the DC film universe, right? So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it might be because he's too expensive, or just
Probably.
or just whatever reason. And then Ben Affleck as Batman. I thought he was a good Batman, but he doesn't want to return. But I think he wants to come back now, because the thing is, he had a bad experience on everyone had a bad experience on filming the Justice League.
I see.
It wasn't because of the original director, by the way.
Yeah,
It was because someone took over, and then he just made it awful. It's just awful for everybody. So now that he's gone and pretty much canceled, because when you have a bad attitude and bad behavior and bad personality, eventually it will come out.
I mean, I have no idea what happened, but
He's just an asshole.
okay.
It's a well-known secret, in a way.
I guess. So I guess he got what he deserved.
Yeah, I would say so.
Bam.
Yeah, his career ended essentially. So we don't see much of it, but interesting, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the next one is Black Atom. Now that teaser for that they showed us
Is
was
it Black
pretty sick.
Adam or Black Adam?
Adam.
Oh, Adam.
That's what I said. Adam. Up and Adam. Boshka just went to sleep there.
I just look toward the sky and see the stars.
Yeah, anyways. I thought the teaser that they shown was pretty sick. He grabbed the guy, lightning struck him, and he
Because
turned
I was
into
like,
dust.
wait, isn't this guy a hero? And I was like, nope.
No, he's not. He's not supposed to be a hero. He's supposed to be like an I don't know, like an anti-hero, I suppose. He's a ruler of his kingdom, and
Anybody touch it, they die.
Yeah, and he only cares about protecting his kingdom.
Seems relatable.
Like most people, I suppose.
Yeah.
And The Rock is the Black Adam.
Yeah.
And he's been casted like over 10 years ago. So, and then now they're just making this movie.
Because so far, I've only seen The Rock as a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He never played the heel, right?
Well, here's the thing about The Rock is
What?
that The Rock is always going to be The Rock in every movie that he plays. You know what I mean? Like if you watch any of his movies, it's the same character.
Yeah.
That being said,
It's a cocky,
yeah, the cocky.
the cocky, lucky, strong man.
Yeah. Now that being said,
Yeah.
maybe
But this one
movie-
is different. That's what it feels, right? Because he just killed someone. So now you could see it that he's not a good guy. Like totally, he
Yeah.
has no qualm in killing people.
Yeah,
No
he's-
problem
he's
catching a
supposed to be
bullet with his
stern,
finger.
serious,
So yeah.
guy, ruler, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my other problem is not that Rock is a bad actor or anything. I mean, you get what you get, right? People are gonna watch him because he's fun to watch. But my problem with this is because Black Adam is supposed to be like a Middle Eastern character, with like I think he's Egyptian roots.
Okay.
The Rock is Samoan, half black, half Samoan, or something like that. Like, why couldn't they hire a Egyptian actor for this? We talked about this in our Shang-Chi. We talked about this in the Doctor Strange, and they're doing it again in this movie.
Because honestly speaking, because I think Shang-Chi is done pretty recent, right?
Yeah.
Like all the casting and whatever, right? Well, as you said earlier too, like The Rock has been casted like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They'd probably go like, oh,
Yeah. Oh shit.
we missed the trend.
But the thing is, they could have been like, okay, sorry, Rock, we were gonna go in a different direction, right?
I don't know. It really depends, right? Because it could be like very unprofessional of them and that'll like tarnish their name.
Well, I don't know, because the thing is, that happens, right? Projects gets canceled and they're get revived back. People get recasted. It's a thing that happens. But I believe the only reason why The Rock is still in that role is because he played a huge part in trying to get the movie off the ground. Not only that, but throughout the years, he only been getting more and more popular.
Yeah.
Like if he was like a dying star, I think they would have no problem recasting him. But because he's so huge now, like physically and star power wise, like that's really okay.
So,
we're gonna keep
question: what do you, like? Is he like some sort of like Black Adam fan that just want this movie to go? Like,
I guess so. I really don't know. The only thing I know about Black Adam is he's supposed to be like Egyptian. He's ruler of a fictional city, and he's the arch enemy of Shazam.
What?
Yeah, you know, remember
Shazam? Yeah. But I never watched the movie. But I know that he was supposed to be the hero, right?
Right. That's why when you see his costume, it's like the opposite.
I guess. Yeah, the lightning bolt is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Power Rangers lightning bolt.
Try not to go there, but.
And Black Adam draws his power. He has the same abilities as Shazam.
Tell me about Shazam. What is it about?
It's just a kid that gets magical powers, and when he says Shazam, he becomes an adult with superpowers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Shazam is actually an acronym for the Greek gods.
Which Greek god?
I forget. I think S was Solomon, H was Hera, A was Artemis, Z was Zeus, A was for another thing, and M was for
A is for Aries.
Yeah, Aries probably, and M was for Mercury.
Okay.
Why Mercury and not Hermes? I don't know. Or maybe H was Hermes and not Hera. I forget. But anyways,
yeah,
Greek gods.
Okay.
Black Adam, same powers, but he draws his powers from different set of Greek gods.
Oh, so it's also Greek gods. Oh, okay. I thought this time would be Egyptian gods or whatever. That would be so sick.
Oh, maybe it would. Oh no,
he
it
took
is
power from
Egyptian
Anubis
gods.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
it is. Yeah, Anubis and stuff. It is Egyptian gods. Never mind. It is Egyptian gods. My bad.
Okay, because I don't know. Sorry, Greek gods, but I think Egyptian gods.
Well, because they deal
kick
with
your ass hard.
Because Greek gods is about like sex and stuff, right?
Yeah,
and like fucking around with mortal people. But Egyptian is like life and death. And,
like it's a very straightforward concept.
Yeah. But I don't know too much about Egyptian mythologies, but I do know that
you played Yu-Gi-Oh. You know at least 3 of them already.
I don't know how to read the sacred text, and I don't have the Sun and Millennium items. I don't have the Spear of the Pharaoh. But yeah, that's the only thing I would say about the Black Adam is I wish they casted an Egyptian guy to be Black Adam.
I see.
I don't know.
For me, I don't know. Again, I'll have to watch the movie and see how it is, right?
Yeah.
Just like Shang-Chi. I'll go there neutral.
Yeah.
And then be amazed, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm not saying it will be a bad movie. It's just like how they missed the mark on that one.
Yeah, so from Alex's point, if it's like a 10 out of 10 movie, it'll be 9 out of 10 because it's -1 point.
No, for me, it'll be like a 0 out of 10. Oh, they didn't hire the right actor? Garbage.
No, trash. I'll watch it, but it'll be trash.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many applause or tears I shed. It's a trash.
Yeah. And finally, the big one, the Batman. With Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
The Twilight Vampire.
Because I remember back then, like way back then too, right? When this talk was up and whatnot.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, what the hell? And like shit on this guy very much, right?
Oh yeah, because they thought he was a bad actor.
Was he?
I mean,
I never watched
It's hard to say because he was in the bad movies.
Yeah.
But what he did was after those Twilight films, he went and did indie films to kind of rebuild his career.
Yeah.
And then now I think this is not his like second biggest movie since then. The first one being Tenet, but he wasn't a main. I think he was like a secondary character. Or something. But yeah, this is his first big role since.
Because I watched the trailer, right? This Batman felt like emotional, like immature almost.
Oh yeah, he's like this is like his.
Very violent, very angry, very.
This is not year one Batman, but it's like close. Like this is just like his early days of Batman. Yeah, he's more unhinged. He's more like I don't know. Scary.
So when you say year one, is like, what do you mean by year one? When he started to become a Batman? Is that what it is?
So the comic books are called year one, which is basically the first year of being the superhero.
Yeah.
Right. So have Superman year one, Batman year one, Green Lantern year one.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think it's inspired by year one Batman year one, but it's not.
Was year one Batman this violent?
I don't know. I never read the comics, so I don't know. But
Because for me, I don't know. I liked it.
Of course.
It felt really dark. Like you could feel this guy isn't here to do justice. He's here to beat like bad guy's ass. Like, and he will beat them like violently.
Yeah, he said it himself. I'm vengeance. That's what he said it in the trailer. I'm vengeance.
Because when I see Batman like throughout all the movies, I was like, he never come off as intimidating. Like never. He felt like smart and sometimes incompetent. Sometimes like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But then this one, I'm like, oh, okay, calm down there. I'm civilian here. I'm just watching. Don't punch me. He felt violent. I really liked it.
Yeah. So I think in this Batman that I like that they changed was that they're gonna make him do more detective work too.
So less just punching.
Yeah, it's not just the punching and stuff. I think they're gonna make him do detective.
Because the whole action scene was just showing how terrifying Batman is.
He is, yeah.
And that was great. Because I think Batman should be terrifying. At least that's my image of Batman the whole time.
That's why criminals are always afraid of Batman.
Batman is just scary. Yeah. Like you don't want to meet him even if you're a civilian. You don't want to go, Batman! They're like, oh shit, Batman, run!
Exactly. So I didn't think anything of it until I saw the trailers. And then after I saw the trailers, I was like, yeah, sign me up. I want to watch this.
Yeah, I do want to watch it. Like, I'm probably out of everything that you showed, this is like the one that I'm actually very interested in.
I think, well,
even beyond the games and whatnot, even though I'm like a super game guy.
Not only because this is probably like the only complete trailer that we saw, but from what we've seen, it just looks so damn good. You know, it looks so interesting.
I guess they don't do a lot of like weird shot like like in Thor with the touch angel.
Oh yeah,
it's a very like focused. Like in frame, and it's like the focus of like let's say Batman walking out of the flame and whatnot, you could see it clearly. That's the scary thing, and that's the scared thing.
Actually, they had some pretty good shots in there.
I'd say
Batman in the sunlight, or was that sunset, and like Bruce Wayne and all the dark gloomy stuff, and he's like, and then Alfred was saying like, oh, if you keep going down this path, you're gonna lose yourself. He's like, I don't care what happens to myself. Like he's so self-destructive. I love it. Yeah. The way it should be. So Batman, as Bosh said, all of those things.
Yeah.
Batman was the best.
I'd say so. Yeah. Like probably the one that picked, like the one that was like, yeah, let's go watch it.
Yeah.
Like I still Black Adam's kind of, but
it's hard to say.
If the movie came out at the same time, I'll watch Batman. That's what I'm saying.
I think so. Yeah. It's hard to say because I don't know what to expect from the Black Adam. Because I thought it was gonna take place in the past, but it seems like
the thing is, like, I haven't watched Shazam yet. I probably should have, right?
Yeah,
because it'll be connected, right? Because he's supposed to be.
Oh shoot, we've got to watch the second Shazam number 2 trailer. Well, that's great.
Okay, I never watched the first one, so.
Oh, whatever. It's the first one was good. It's better than expected.
Okay,
so I'm assuming the second one will be just as good.
Oh, that's.
I say just as good. I don't know if it's gonna be better, but
that's the thing. Just as good is usually what they won't meet when.
Well, that's how I feel about superhero movies. It's like when they make a sequel,
as long as it's just as good, that's good, right?
It's usually just as good as the first one.
If it is, then for me, that's a good thing. It probably felt lacking because it's just as good. I want something more. But usually, most of the time that I watch it, it won't be as good. Probably because
the thing is, for it to be good, it would have to be completely different than what they did before. You know what I mean? Like Thor 2 and Thor 3. Yeah. So different, so good.
Yeah.
Captain America 1, Captain America 2.
Yeah.
So different.
So completely different, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then Captain America 3 went back to the regular MCU formula.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what other examples are there because it's like they're all kind of the same-ish. But you know what I mean? Like when they went to a different direction.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
It feels good. Yeah.
So that's our overall thoughts for DC FanDome 2021. And going on to the next topic.
Okay.
Bosh, I just realized something about Boshka.
What?
is that he doesn't care about the podcast because
Not very much, no.
because the moment he gets this new occupation, he's gonna say goodbye to everybody and delete everything and block
Well,
everything.
here's the thing. When I do get that occupation, the thing is like, for me, I'm just like a guest in this thing, right? Because you always get lonely because you don't want to do podcasts by yourself, right?
It's more interesting with a co-host.
Yeah,
With a
a guest.
partner.
So I'll be the guest till that moment, till I get that other job, right? And then after that job got done, you'll be like, well, it was a pleasure. I've helped enough. You don't need me no more.
So okay, so why don't you let the audience know what is this other job that you speak of?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So what did you tell me? What are you so afraid of?
Hookering.
Oh no.
Bosh was speaking so confidently. Peace. See you on the corner of the street.
Peace. Watching me pole dance over that building.
No, but seriously, it's VTubing or was it virtual YouTubers?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, I don't know, right?
But basically, it's called VTubing.
It's something that I've been interested in doing just because I've been wanting to, do stream or like, playing games, just like stuff like that.
Yeah.
The thing is like a face is kind of like, what do you call it? Like credibility when you're a streamer and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Most people, when they stream, they show their face. Just for me, I don't like that. I don't like showing my face.
Why?
I just don't want to.
But you look so cute.
I'll go. You guys can finish that blanks.
Go have fun with yourself.
Yeah, on the corner, away from me.
But okay, why not just explain what VTubing is to people who don't know?
So what VTubing is pretty much just you're a streamer, or yeah, you're pretty much a streamer, just like a regular live streamer.
Yeah.
You could be playing, you're not necessarily limited to gaming. You could
be
do
anything.
whatever. You could even just like talk about random stuff. You could just do a collab with other people and
Right.
whatnot. Just whatever. Like you do
Yeah.
just live streaming, doing
So
whatever.
yeah, exactly. If you've
It's
been
just
on
that,
Twitch,
yeah.
you've been on YouTube, you've been on Instagram Live.
Yeah,
It's pretty much
exactly that.
Yeah.
Just person doing whatever. Like
Yeah.
they could be playing games. They could be just like reacting to a video or watch a movie together or whatever. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just that instead of using like your face, this is an animated character. Doesn't have to be an anime either. You could be like a slime ball. You could be a dog. You could be whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it used like facial recognition almost.
Yeah.
That it detect your face muscle and then it does the expression that your face is making.
Yeah, it's almost like a motion capture.
Yeah, most of the time it uses live 2D and because it's very good.
Yeah, it's a virtual avatar.
Yeah.
right? So
Virtual avatar, that's the word.
but most of the time people use anime characters because
Yeah.
it's more
Because it's more human, it's easier to.
more appropriate, so
Yeah.
to speak, right? And the technology is quite
Surprisingly good.
yeah, I was gonna say surprisingly good. And
'Cause-
depending on how much money you want to spend,
Yeah.
it gets really freaky.
The thing is, like, well, it depends on how you gonna go with it, right? Because if you're gonna do like indie, as like you're going on your own, that's really up to you. If you can find an artist and then
Yeah.
get your own thing going, then by all means.
Yeah.
But a lot of people join a certain group, like a company that hire these kinds of people.
Yeah, exactly. And they get sponsored. Or
They get
not
sponsored, and they'll be working for them, and they'll be preferred. Like if you don't have a preferred avatar, they'll prepare it for you. They'll let you do whatever setting you want to go with it, and then they'll give you more costume and whatnot like that. And then like later on, provide you have like you gather a certain mileage, they'll give you a 3D avatar.
Yeah, exactly.
And that 3D avatar, I thought it'd be like 3D. Like what are you talking about? You could actually start moving and doing stuff within that, and I was really surprised, and I figured that out.
It's kind of crazy how that
It
works.
is.
Yeah. But when I found out how much it cost,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Mind-boggling, right?
Yeah. It's like for I guess a couple of hundred for like the 2D image starting off, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're starting off VTubing, you're just a 2D image.
Yeah.
Then you go to like a 3D model,
Yeah.
which is like in the thousands.
Yeah.
And then when you go into that 3D like high quality stuff, that's like in the 10,000s almost.
Yeah.
Maybe even the 100,000s.
Yeah. The thing is, like, that's the thing. Like, if you're going indie, that's the challenge that you go in, right?
Yeah,
that's why it's harder to go. But like when you go in a group like that, you already have an association, right? Like
Yeah.
a lot of like just by being new person there, people already know. Oh, this group have a new person. Let's check them out, right?
Yeah.
By that alone, you could already interest and like by keep doing stuff, you only go higher, right? And then these people would send you like super chat and whatnot, and you could use that as your basis to because what they do, at least in one of these groups, is that from their super chat they take like I think like 50%, 70% of what you get in the super chat.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it is, but the thing is like they do, and they use it as your mileage. Like when you set a certain point, that's when you get the 3D and whatnot.
Yeah. I think that's also one of the downfalls of VTubing is that you get really ripped off. Like
Yeah.
you make almost no money out of it.
Yeah, because again, for me, at least personally, I'm doing this like as a hobby. I'm not doing it as an outlet to make money.
But okay, so what if you sign a contract and they're just saying you have to stream for 40 hours a week?
I don't think that's an issue though.
You don't care? So you'll do a regular job and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at least the one that I want to work to, it doesn't say that. It only says that at least in a week, if you could upload 3 times, like 3 days a week, like doesn't matter. Like I think at least 1 hour or something.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
Oh,
that was the dorm. I'm like, no, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
and actually, some of the there's like a bunch of members that have their avatar, and they were supposed to be still in the group, but they haven't like streamed in like a couple months.
Oh.
So I guess they're pretty lax when it comes to that.
I think it's because VTubing is quite is booming right now.
Well, that's the thing, because I've been interested in it like a lot, like 2 years ago when it was like just
kind of
new
starting
thing.
off. Yeah.
And the thing is, like at that time, there's no English branch. Now there's an English branch, and I've been missing like every audition there was. So I was like,
yeah. There's English, there's Indonesian, there's Filipino.
There's India too.
It's India now, right?
There's
Yeah.
China. There's Japanese. Because
Okay.
for me, I could speak 3 languages, right? So oh, I'm making poses here right now, like the JoJo pose.
Yeah,
But,
VTuber pose.
So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have the advantage.
yeah, Alex, why don't you do it?
I don't have an interest in it, really.
Uh,
I don't know. Because it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I would definitely do VTubing if it meant that I can grow this channel, which you probably could.
yeah,
Because the thing is, when you're VTubing, the most recognizable thing about the whole thing is your voice. So when people hear your voice, they're like, oh, wait, that's...
because the thing is, like on another group too, there's this girl that does that. So she does this VTubing, and then she also up her own channel, and people were like, oh, I wish you the best in this channel too. Like a lot of comments was like
know.
that.
The thing about VTubing is you're not supposed to reveal your identity.
No.
Yeah, you're supposed to
But
keep it a secret.
Again, depending on the group, like one of the group, the other one, I probably shouldn't say it, but they hire like famous people, as in like people who's been doing like this kind of job for a long while.
Oh, really?
Either a streamer or like some sort of like people who've been like uploading videos, be it a singer or like, who does like cover and whatever, like famous people.
Yeah, yeah.
And they get them and make them an avatar and, let them do whatever they're doing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then most people who's already a fan of them, even though they don't reveal like, who they are, they could tell like from the voice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because even for me, like some of the VTubers on that other group from the famous ones, one of them were like the singer that I used to listen to in Nico Nico.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on a bloody second, isn't she? And my friend was like, who? Let's Google it up. Google it up. It's like the first thing that popped up. Yeah, I thought so.
Right. So don't get me wrong. I like
Yeah.
VTubing because I like anime and I like the concept of it. It's just like I think the cons are kind of what is pulling me back from doing it.
Which is?
So you make virtually almost no money, right? You have to keep your identity a secret, which I don't really mind. But the thing is, you have to play that character. Whatever your character is, you have to be that character, which is kind of like,
Because the thing is, like, probably for the first couple of months. Well, I mean, honestly speaking,
I know.
at first it's just like that. After that, you just
do whatever, right?
Yeah, you kind of just like a lot of people even forget that. Oh yeah, I guess I was like
But
yo.
But you're supposed to, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
main
Like most
job.
of them are pretty lax when it comes to that.
Yeah,
right?
you're supposed to, right? And then what else is there? I guess that's it, really. Just those
Yeah,
two.
'cause-
Oh, and another
yeah.
thing is like if you get hired by an international company, aka Japan,
Mm-hmm.
you pretty much have to move there.
Not really.
If you want to do collaborations and stuff, yeah, you're moving your ass to, or at least visiting there for collaboration.
What I'm saying is that it depends, right? We don't have to do an offline collaboration. There's this thing called Discord that you could use just to chat online.
I know,
and
but
stuff.
then like these companies are just saying, well, you have to, right? You're under contract.
Well, that's the thing. Like, not necessarily. Like, for example, if you're doing for like your 3D and whatnot, hell yes, you got to go there because you have to go there in person.
Yeah.
But other than that specific reason, I don't think so. Because a lot of them like that, right? Because some of this group has their international branch already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
those
then-
they
but
don't have to. Yeah, go on.
But then, like if they're saying like, hey, we're doing a collaboration in Japan.
Yeah, I'll go. I want to go to Japan. You crazy?
Yeah. It's a con for some people
Because
and-
they're probably gonna be like, they're gonna buy me the ticket, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're flying you out there and
Yeah.
stuff, right? So it's con for some people because not everyone is able to, especially when you have another job. But then for me, if they're gonna sponsor my visa for me to stay there, sure, why not? You know?
That's like what you fucking wanted the whole
I
time.
know, I do.
You're trying to sell yourself expensive, but you're pretty much begging. Please do.
I'm worth 50 truffles.
And 25 cents.
One or the other. But yeah, I don't know. For VTubing, I wouldn't mind, I guess. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's just...
Because, Alex, the thing is, like, you've been talking about this living in Japan and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you think you're going to live there? Like, because your ability in speaking Japanese is like zilch. So,
I mean...
like,
there's people who can teach me. I can take one person.
Who?
You?
Yuzu?
Yeah, Fuyu can teach me. Oh, shout out to you, Fuyu. I know she doesn't listen to this podcast, but shout out to you, my Japanese friend.
Oh, yeah, Fuyu. I thought her name was Yuzu.
No, there's Fuyu, there's Haruki.
Haruki?
Haruki. That's all I'm going to say because those are the only two people I really want to contact. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's other people in Japan, but I was like, they're kind of busy, right?
Yeah.
One is working, one is pregnant, and it's pretty much going to be busy with a child, but she's white. Sorry, she's right. And the one is, her name is Shizuka, but she's like working constantly busy. Oh, another one, but I don't think she wants to contact me at all. It's just the way it is. Like,
Yeah.
because okay. Because me and my other friend, James, we're talking about this. And we're saying like some of these Japanese people only want to talk to us because we had something to give them back. Whether it be
Most people do.
yeah, exactly, right? So that's why I'm like when I message them and they don't really feel like talking to me, I was like, okay, so if I ever do go to Japan, I'm kind of reluctant to contact them. You know what I mean? Not saying I don't want to, it's just like I'm getting weird vibes from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel very accepting and stuff. Like, they're just like probably more professional.
Yeah, exactly. It's
More
like,
business-like.
yeah, exactly. Like while we're here, like, oh yeah, sure, let's hang out, let's do all these fun stuff. And now
Now
they're
we're
back
done.
home. They're just like,
Well,
yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, exactly. Because we talked about friendships, right? Establishing the relationship, building building that bridge.
Yeah.
It's not that they closed it or anything. It's kind of just like they're not opening it.
It's like, well,
They're dating
that's
close
the
it,
end
but
of it.
they're not opening it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not trying to connect back. I guess that's the word. you're
Yes,
trying to say.
exactly. Yeah. I reach out to them. They say like one word answers or
Okay.
something. Yeah, exactly. Then you're just like, okay, I see how it is. But yeah, that actually brings me to my third topic that I want to say was my desire to live in Japan has been growing.
Yeah.
Our desire to live in Japan has been growing.
I don't know he and who, but
But
because our houses in Japan is pretty cheap
it is.
compared to where we
Oh
are.
yeah. Way
I'm
cheaper.
gonna cry.
Well, that's the thing. Is like the reason why people don't buy houses in Japan is because their value don't retain.
Yeah, because after you buy it, it just goes down, right?
But that's like I don't mind living in a house for a long time.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because like a lot of people, like in this place at least, a lot of people are coming in, right?
Yeah.
The populations grow.
Yes.
That's why
The
the
demand
house is
is-
going. Yeah,
yeah.
in Japan, populations are declining. The less people.
I don't know if it's declining rapidly. But
Not
it's
rapidly, but it's declining.
It is
right?
declining,
slowly,
right.
and that means less people living.
yeah. Which I'm surprised because
Of course, not counting the suicide and whatnot too. So.
right. But like no, what I'm saying is I'm like even though the Japanese people know that their population is declining, they are making it tough
For themselves.
yeah, they're making it tough for like foreigners to
Too,
go-
yeah,
to go
because
in
they're making
there.
it harder for themselves, and they make it harder for because that's their mindset since forever, right?
I know, but like
Because
they
until
see-
recently, they're the thought, or even now, I guess it's still
it's still the same.
they're what do you call it?
Homogenous.
Yeah, I guess that's the word. Yeah,
Yeah, they like even
they,
though
they prefer to keep whatever they have to themselves, right?
yeah,
as in like
traditional. Okay.
yeah, traditional is the word.
Yeah.
I have a word in my head, but I just can't remember. What it's
Racist?
called. No,
I mean, they are
racist.
racist.
Everybody.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's not. That goes without saying. No,
Yeah.
there's a word for it. And what they is like as in like they
Oh,
they don't
xenophobic.
open. I guess xenophobic is one of the word, but it's I just feel I don't know.
There's
I-
probably another word.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, like even though we're Asian, we look Asian. We're not gonna be like scary to them. They'll still look at us and be like,
Well, the moment you don't speak Japanese, yeah.
yeah, they're like, okay, piss off.
Because that's the thing though. I don't know about that. I don't know about that because I went to a couple of times. I didn't go to Japan. I went to the airport.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I had to pass through it,
Yeah.
right? I wish I could go down and then just do whatever I want for like 3 days, but I couldn't
yeah,
because I was in a rush.
yeah.
So I went there and then I went to a restaurant, right? I don't know if I told you this story before. I went there and I sat down and looked at the menu, right? fortunately, I'm relatively well. I'm okay-ish in Japanese.
You're
so
fucking fluent. You don't downplay your skills, you
Shut
son
up.
of a bitch.
I'm telling a story here. Shut up. So yeah, so I could read some stuff and I'm like, there's the part that I don't understand. I was like, what does it say udon is like, pork, fish, and like chicken and beef at the same time? Like, what do you mean? Oh, do I get to pick what stock it is? I was like, that's what I thought, right? In the beginning, I'm like, okay. So there's a dude and I was like, excuse me. Well, I didn't even that. I just like lifted my hand and the guy came because, service is like god tier in that place.
It is, yeah.
Like I haven't even do anything. I just like look up at the menu and before I even fully lift my arm,
like,
a guy was like,
you.
oh, yes. And then the dude came to me and speak to me in Japanese. Ikaga desu ka? I was like, are you all right? And I'm like, oh, and like, because he talked to me in Japanese and reflex, I just speak back in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, for like this, do you pick the stock? He's like, and he was like, he looked at me like for a second. I was like, oh, no. Like all the stocks are chicken. I'm like, oh, okay, then can I have the udon, blah, 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 blah. And then it was like, the guy went to get my order. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I just sit down for a bit, read my novel and whatever. Of course, Japanese novel. I was doing that. And then a second guy came to deliver the food. And then he was like, oh, like, here you go in English. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then the guy was like looking at me and was like, call the other dude. And I could hear him. He says, dude, that dude's not Japanese. And then the guy was like, wait, what? Like the first guy was like, wait, and then so he came to me and was like, oh, excuse me. So you're not Japanese. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It was like, no, dude, that's okay. I feel good. You just complimented my Japanese. I like it. Thank you. But yeah, it was like, I don't know. For them, at least for me personally, I guess they think I wasn't that foreign, I guess.
I think the younger generation is okay. But it's just because Japanese is made up of mostly older generations.
But here's the thing. On my way back from that place that I went to, I went back to Narita again.
Okay, yeah.
This time, I ordered another udon at a different place, of course, because it's it's a different way. This time, it was with an old lady.
And she was just as nice?
She was so casual, I was surprised. She just went, look at me, without blinking or find me weird, is go like in Japanese, so what do you want? And I'm like, oh, can I have the udon, please? She's like, right up, here you go. I'm like, all right.
See, the fact that you said you're surprised by that says a lot already.
Because the thing is, like, I don't dress like, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't dressing like a Japanese, and I know that I don't look Japanese at all. So most of the time when people look at me, like even the first guy, like in the first encounter, like they would look at me, they have a pause, they study me and trying to figure out what I am, right? This lady don't even bother. Just when it's more natural than the dudes, like, the younger generation. I was like, maybe it's just the airport, eh? They're more used to dealing with the foreigner, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. It could be. It could be. But then, like, if I was there, they'd probably speak English. They can tell I'm not Japanese.
But you are more Asian need. I do.
I'm an Asian knees. Right.
Oh, dear. We're gonna get red flag from here.
We can say it. We're Asian. We're both Asian.
Yeah.
But was it? You brought up a topic where you're saying like, I wouldn't really, and James too. They're saying like, we don't know if we'll like the Japanese culture and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here is the thing, which is kind of like makes me a little excited. If I were ever to move to Japan, is that if I was gonna move to Japan, I would try to not change the culture, but like I would start like a club or a group where people can just get together and just talk to each other.
See,
whatever.
Because here's the thing, I know somebody that you know well too, a Japanese friend of mine, who lives close by. Well, not very close, but she talked to me like because I talked to her about my experience coming to Canada. Right, I came to Canada the first time I transferred in. It was the middle of the term, like the middle of the semester, I guess. So it was a weird timing for a dude to transfer in, right? So I transfer in the middle of a social study class, and the teacher just go like, "Oh, just sit, like find an empty spot and sit, whatever," right? So I sit down, and then the dude next to me, and I just start talking out and like, just be casual and friend, and he was kind of like surprised, right?
Yeah.
And he barely replied to me and whatever. I'm like, I guess Canada is kind of cold because it kind of happened to every classes that I go after, right?
Yeah.
I talk to people and they kind of like, just kind of keep it to themselves. I'm like, that's weird. So I told this story to her and she's like, oh, really? You think Canada is cold? Wait till I get to Japan. In Japan? Damn. I'm like, what do you mean? Nobody does that. Like, what do you mean? Like, what you do that in Japan? People would be like surprised and probably be like scared of you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, how do they make friends? So before the school year start, they have this like a Twitter kind of thing, and there'll be a group of whatnot, and they would join there, and that's how you make a group of friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what do you mean?
Exactly. So
what about social skill?
That's why I want to change it. Why do you think people are feeling more lonely there? They want to because
that's what I'm saying. Like I think they need to legalize weed there.
I don't think it's the weed that's the problem. I think it's just the people.
No, trust me. Like if they started smoking weed there, they would be so just chill, just less uptight.
No,
you know what I mean?
They'll be less uptight. They'll probably want to stay home more often though.
But they already stay home most of the time.
Exactly. That's right. So that's why I want to start a friendship club, like a friendship. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'll call it a friendship club. It was just like, people connect with each other and people are wanting more out of life than just working all the time. It's going to be difficult for sure. I understand that. But you only need one person to join the club to get it going.
Because the thing is, how do I say this? I mean, that sounds beautiful and all. But the thing is, like, you said you want to change it, like, in a sense by getting people more out of life instead of just working, right? But the thing is, like, the work themselves is kind of like their life. They don't work just 8 hours a day. They don't. They never do. Well, they work like 12 hour and shit like that. And
slowly starting to change.
Yeah, it's getting better-ish, so to speak, like very slowly, right? I don't know how that helps specifically. Now, because again, the same person that they told me about, like the Japanese cold and whatever, currently she's working 7 hours a day, 6, I guess, on a good week.
6 hours a day? Okay.
No, like 6 days a week, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
6 days a week. And then she would be working like pretty much like 8 hours to 9 hours in office. And when she goes back, she would tutor someone else and then go to sleep and then repeat the process for like the whole goddamn week. Yeah. And that's messed up, right? I'm like, both me and my other friend, I was like, what the hell? Take a vacation, like take a break. And she'd be like, no, I can't. I'm like, yeah, you can. You get paid doing that. And she's like, no, if I take a vacation, I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not Japan, yo.
But some people like that. She's a workaholic.
Yeah.
And that's why people drive themselves to suicide in Japan. Because there's so much stress building up there.
Because that's the thing. Are they doing it because of the stress? Or that's just the only way of living that they know, right?
It's both. It's a cultural thing for sure. It's because they've grown up with it, right? Like if we grow up in for example, like a racist household, we ourselves will be growing up racist.
But my household is not racist. Why am I racist then?
Well, I guess you can say you're ignorant if you want to be super, technical about it.
All right.
We grew up in an ignorant household, and it's up to us ourselves to change that if we recognize that problem. Now, I'm not going to go
Canadian.
I'm not going to be like, yeah, exactly. But I'm not going to be like, I'm going to Japan and save that country. No, that's not that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like,
I'm just going to do something fun over there, and maybe a lot of people will join us, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like if I'm there, I might as well try to do something. And it's a nice way to make friends too, because it's going to be difficult meeting people.
Because I got a feeling that will be good if you said that you're open to both English and Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So people could like speak English and that you. Well, got the thing is like what kind of concept are you doing this? Are you gonna be like a store?
No, it's just like I'm not gonna open a store until you are able to go there.
Why me?
I'm doing the really Bosh face.
Yeah, really? And I'm doing the no, why me though face.
We talked about this in one of our previous episodes. If we're gonna start a business there.
Yeah, but the thing is like, why me? Like, why does it depend on me?
Because you're my business partner and my life partner.
I don't know which part you forget, like around 10 to 20 minutes ago. But if I get that job, peace out, bro.
Okay, let's both apply to be VTubers.
Watch it, you're the one who gets it and I don't.
I probably would be like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. If you didn't get it, I don't want it. Like,
not that, but I'll just be like, I don't know about if I really want it. I'll maybe apply for it.
Watch it. We actually do it and then start doing podcasts with that anime character and do this goes on.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Because I don't know why you didn't think of that. That was the first thing that I thought of.
Well, the thing is, I would be down for it if.
So we'll call our group name the Fool's Odyssey.
Here's the thing. I don't want to lose ownership of Fool's Odyssey. And I don't want them to be taking all our stuff. So if we're going to go down that route, I would rather just make a new group, call it something else, whatever anime,
Odyssey's full.
or for a Fate Order,
Freight Order Grand.
you know, something anime-ish or whatever, right? And I don't know. And
Spirit this way.
And the thing is, I wouldn't mind it because I know for a fact that they would hire like a video editor or whatever.
And they actually make it good.
Yeah, exactly. So all we have to do is show up, record, and I'm down to record like a bunch of videos all at once.
Yeah.
If we had to.
Yeah, because we're going to build the resistance to it right now.
So, we're like spoken like a true Japanese. Just working. And then when we build up that fan base, I'll be like, oh, by the way, check out our real channel.
By the way, watch it that instead of we changing whatever the Japan is, we turn to a workaholic.
I could kind of see that.
I could see it too, because we find something that we really like and we just don't want to stop.
Yeah, I could kind of see it. Because at that point, it's not working anymore.
Because at that, that's the thing, right? Because I got a feeling like right now we're pretty fucked. In a sense that, because like right now, just living cost is very expensive, right?
Yeah.
So we're working to stay alive, right?
Yes.
The thing is, like, if we could, at least in Japan, a lot of people save up a lot of money just working, right? A lot of them, they're working to keep their social appearance up, right?
Yeah.
We don't give a damn about it. So it's just like when we start working and we do stuff like, fun enough, we're going to start doing our own thing. I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's where the true freedom will be in. And I think that's what scares me, though.
You don't want too much freedom?
No, it's too real. Because it's possible. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Because, I know it's so easy to say the grass is greener on the other side.
But it is green.
It's pretty damn green on others.
Yeah. Like, of course, there's a lot of fungi and like shit in the floor too. But there's a bunch of over here too, So,
because like me and Bosh are in my room right now. Like, yeah, I can see all my dolls on here and all these action figures and whatnot. They're cool. They're great stuff to have. Don't get me wrong. But I'm still living with my parents. I'm a fucking 50 years old. I'm never gonna be able to move out at the rate that the housing prices are increasing here.
Yeah, I'll never own a house. Like, that's for sure. At least, well, the lucky part is that at least you have a house. Knock on wood, but if your parent passed away, this is your house.
Yeah, but I don't want that to happen, right?
Oh no, give it to me.
No, I mean, I don't want my parents to pass away like tomorrow. You know what I mean?
They don't have to pass away tomorrow. That's what I'm saying.
Right. But then, like, say they pass away 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 100 years old, living in a house by myself. Awesome.
Why by yourself?
That's my future.
Well, yes. No helping hand, no support, no nothing. This is our relationship, guys.
Yeah. This is my life, right?
Good.
This is the future that I foresaw. 100 years old, nothing but dust and bones.
Yeah. I'll open the window, just make sure the dust goes away.
Just sweep it outside.
Give the dog like the bone.
Yeah. But then, like, moving to Japan, you and I don't know if you and I saw the houses prices in Japan, but I saw it, and we can definitely put down a down payment there.
Because the thing is, well, again, this is back to my circumstances, right? Like, for me, my life is not my own.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not married. Don't have a kid yet.
But just other circumstances.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But it's yeah. So that's the thing. Like, it's for me. If I could just go like, yo, fuck you all, I'm moving out, peace. Like, I do that. But my heartbeat, but I can't.
But that was the thing, though. Like, if it
so,
wasn't,
because if I'm being honest with you, if I don't have any of this bull crap, you said let's move next year. Let's go.
Yeah, that was
because I have nothing to love over here. I mean, the citizenship and whatever is cool, but
we don't need to be a citizen of Japan.
I don't have. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have to live here. Like, it's pretty painful.
Yeah, exactly. We just need a visa, sponsorship,
Yeah.
a permanent residency. We don't have to be a full citizen. But yeah, as you mentioned, right? If it wasn't for the circumstances, we probably would be in Japan right now, living in a house.
From 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Maybe no, it's probably closer to a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Or maybe even this year.
This year we've definitely gone.
Yeah,
we'll be trapped there. Does anything
like if it wasn't for COVID and other stuff, but like
if there's no COVID, even if there's COVID, we'll probably be trapped there.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
No, actually, we wouldn't mind it because we'd be there living
That's
in
what I'm
a
saying.
house.
We'll be there.
We're living in a house that's under our names.
Yeah,
that's the thing, right? But it's never too late to do it. But it's just
no. The thing is, like, it's never too late. But for me, it's not whether the late or not ish. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because what I'm holding here, it's not like they'll grow old and then move on to their own life, right? This one I'm carrying to the grave. So
yeah, exactly. But
several graves.
But if you had a company that sponsored you, maybe.
I'm not taking them over there. They're not gonna make it.
But you can. I mean, you made it here in Canada.
I'm special. I speak the language. Excuse you.
And
Fluently.
And so they can. My mom came here and would not knowing a lick of English.
Well, that's the thing, right?
But they learned.
To hear. Well, again, to come here, because this might surprise you, but English is pretty easy to learn.
I wouldn't say so.
I would say so.
Can you explain the proper
Proper. Nobody speak proper English. Excuse you.
then you don't know then.
That's the thing. Like, you don't need to do proper English to speak, to live here, right? Come on.
That's the thing though.
That's why like a lot of immigrants came here. They don't know a lick of English, but they make do. They survive, right? And that's why like it's easier to do than.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like learning any language is difficult.
Oh
Whether
yeah,
it be
I bet
English,
so.
Japanese, Korean.
Oh, but what I'm saying,
whatever.
like, if there's difficulty list, that's what I'm saying, right? English would not be.
I think so. I think English will be higher than you think it is.
What's gonna be under English? What's easier than English?
What's easier?
Yeah.
Probably Korean. Probably.
Okay.
I don't want to say Spanish.
I don't want to Spanish. No, not Spanish.
But probably Spanish.
Maybe Spanish, eh?
Just the way it's pronounced. Pronunciation is a lot easier for sure.
I don't know. I don't know about that. So I'm putting that in the air.
Yeah, but
because I'm interested in. I'm not Chinese. Definitely not
Chinese
Chinese.
will be more difficult.
Way more difficult.
I
It's
don't know
more
about
difficult than Japanese.
Well, Arabic.
Arabic's pretty rough too.
Okay. Well,
Russian is pretty rough too.
Yeah, Russian. And well, Indonesian.
German is actually, I think it's pretty similar to English. A lot of this stuff.
Anything with a Latin-based language system will probably be easy to learn with English.
Ish.
Yeah, like French or something, right?
French is rough. The pronunciation is super difficult.
Yeah,
Mispronouncing stuff means completely different thing.
You can say the same thing for English. Right? It's just any language is difficult.
I don't know, but I still think English is one of the easier one. Probably just because it's a global, right? Like everybody knows, like in the world, know English, right?
Yeah,
To
but
a
that's
certain
like
degree.
saying Spanish, Chinese, and English are the top 3 languages in the world. Are you saying those are easy to learn
Well,
because they're
if you watch a TV, what's the number one thing that will pop up, right? In all the world, like they're just if they're connected to I don't know cable or internet or whatever. What's the first language that's over there, right?
whatever the national language is?
It depends. Sometimes it's just, and then you go somewhere, you go to YouTube. What do people speak? They speak in English. They go to this. Who's the leader in the media bullcrap? You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that English influences all over the world and makes it more familiar for people to learn, right?
Sure, but that doesn't mean it's the easiest to learn.
I didn't say it's easier, but I'd say it's rather easy.
Would you say it's in the top 10 easy languages to learn? I would not say so.
I would say so. I have trouble finding anything easier than English right now.
Because we don't know much languages.
That's true.
Why?
That's the question, right?
We'll look it up later. I'm actually kind of curious now. Okay, we're coming up on our time. Anything else you want to add?
That was a talk that we did not expect to have. I did not expect to have.
I think it's because when we talk about Japan and because we're so passionate about it, we end up going over time, which I don't mind, but
it is a dream talk.
Yeah.
Dreams so close to reality.
I don't want to talk about it.
I really don't want to talk about it. You brought it up. It pisses me off. The fact that we bought a ticket and we exchange money and shit for it too. Like this is triggering me, dude.
Because this is like literally the first time where you and I were just like, hey, you know what? Let's just do something.
Because that was like the moment where I'm actually available. At that time, I have nothing to carry. I don't have to go back. And I have nothing. Like I could just go, let's go. Like that was the moment. When you said it, I was like, oh, I don't know. But I'm like, wait, I don't have to do any of these. Like I'm free. Yeah. Let's go. That's why we said it. Like, let's go.
And
then COVID happened.
I know. And during that time,
turns out it was the last chance ever.
Like not the last chance ever. There's gonna be another chance.
I don't know. It seems like it is for me.
But like during that time, I never had the
spark.
The spark to travel, right?
You didn't? I always thought that you wanted to go places.
No.
I know you want to go to like South America and stuff like that.
No, I never wanted to travel.
You never do? Because I heard like you talk about it. I know that you're interested in it. Like
I'm interested in it, but I never wanted to be like, hey, I'm gonna hop on the plane, peace out. No, never.
But no, because that's the thing. Like I always felt like you always had idea of like wanting to go, but you're doing the Vincent move. You know, you just say you want to go, but you don't really have the guts to actually pull it through.
No.
Until you just, you know what? Fuck it, let's go. Like that.
No, it wasn't.
Actually. So it wasn't, eh?
Like I say, like, oh yeah, I'll be down if other people went, but I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. That's the thing. Like I have yes, there is interest, but I never really wanted to go until that moment for whatever reason. And then God was just like, nope.
God will be like, Yeah, about that trip though.
Yeah, exactly. He was just like, not for you guys.
Yeah, not yet. Or not meant to be. One or the other.
Or not ever,
Yeah.
someday.
Well, still possible for you, Alex.
I don't know. I mean, I lost my chance already.
Yeah, let's just give up.
Okay, so any last words?
That's the last word. Let's just give up, never dream.
All right. We're just kidding, by the way. I don't want people to think that we actually mean it, but we do.
Which part? The giving up or the dream?
I'll let the viewers decide.
All right.
Close this off, Bosh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. This is Boshka.
This is Alex.
And this is Fool's Odyssey episode 57.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. See you guys again next week.
Bye.
Bye.